Okay, good morning, everyone. We are live here at Hollywood Bowl in Lincoln, Nebraska for the match play finals of the 2023 Sandhills match game. We'll bring you a lot more info after we get everything up and going. We have 5 cameras going today. We'll only have commentary on this one, which is on lane 3 and 4. So this is Game 1 match play finals, and we'll be back with a lot more information here in a few minutes.
It's very possible it lost its signal and just went. You know what I mean? I thought by your reaction, I liked it at first. Right. That's good news. So you get a match. Let's go to the left of the first. It's like, and here's
Well, again, good morning, everyone. I wanted to give you some background on the tournament here. Sandhills has been going on for a long time, and the lane conditions at Sandhills are less than favorable. And while we had some amazing scores yesterday in qualifying, I think you're going to see that it's a lot harder than it looks. I was going to run down your top 10 that are bowling here today. Your leader was Victor Cortez. He ran away with the qualifying, averaging over 250. A pretty amazing performance. Dave Detlinger was your second qualifier. Dave's a four-time winner of this event, going for number 5. Matt Doman is starting. He's actually right here in front of us on lane 3. On lane 4, Riley Johnson. Over on lane 5, your 5th qualifier was Mike Sigelman. And let's see, 6 is, I think it's Denny Phillips. I didn't get his first name written down here, but Dennis Phillips. And lane 7, Phil Kaiser. Lane 8, Jamie Barkholz. Lane 9, and your 9th qualifier, Brendan Smarrick. And your 10th qualifier was Justin Gardner. Now, there was 2 ways you could qualify for this tournament. One was to be a squad leader, so there were 4 squad leaders, and that was automatically seeded into the tournament. And then your next 6 at large. Hollywood Bowl proved to be a very high-scoring facility for this. Even though the lane conditions were tougher, we saw a lot of really good scores, and certainly certainly higher than we normally see at Sandhills, but still a lot more difficult than your typical tournament. In case you were wondering how your host bowled, I couldn't cover a spare yesterday and didn't take advantage of the fact that I could strike pretty well, but I'm still happy to be here. We'll try to give you the scores as they finish. I know that the resolution on the live stream isn't quite good enough to get the scoring units, but Dave Detlinger over on lane 1 and 2 finishes off with 160. Had to strike out to get there, so he kind of struggled early. He started with 3 opens before putting some spares together. Victor Cortez is obviously going to win this first one with 168 in the 9th already, but looks like 1 and 2 might be a little tougher than some. Over on 3 and 4, your Riley Johnson finishes off with missed a single pin there for 190. He's got a chance to shoot 256, which would be the high on this first game for sure. And asking it to hold, and it did not. So even after a 4-bagger, this is definitely a tough condition. And Victor misses the spare. Shoots 177. It's a win, but that's probably not the kind of win he was expecting. Over on lane 6, Dennis Phillips Jr. Finishes with 180. Mike Sigelman for the single pin cover here. Going to finish at 216. So that's a win for Mike. All right, we're going to go check on some other cameras so that you know we do have 5 live streams running right now. You can watch any pair. We'll only have commentary here on lane 3 and 4, but the rest of them are set up, so check out some of our other live streams if you're looking to watch any particular bowler.
You are the second person. Yeah,
It's kind of like the golf game. The first time out of the year, it's awesome. Second, third.
I get that. It's got a good one.
So like you would, yeah, you have some. Yeah, it's a story.
How do you reverse the arrows?
Yeah.
What was that? How do you reverse the arrows?
Corn. We need to reverse the arrows. Can we do it down here?
Just start on the line now and sign off.
He's gonna reverse.
Okay.
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
Well, as we approach the end of game 2, still seeing some pretty good scores in spots and some real challenging lanes as well. Of course, this is match play. If you haven't seen it before, each bowler gets the total pins that they knock down, plus there's 30 bonus pins awarded to the winner of each match. So we're going to have 10 games of match play today. Each bowler will bowl all the other bowlers once, and then the final round will be position round. No carryover from yesterday, so everybody started at 0 this morning. So Dennis Phillips finishes at 202. Matt Doman over on lane 1. Got one inning in the 9th, spared in the 10th. He's going to throw a test shot here in the 10th. He's already pretty much lost this match, barring a catastrophe. Down the way, it looks like Justin Garden just shot a 153. That looked like one of my scores from yesterday. Mike Sigelman leaves the 10 pin, but he's going to be well into the 200s. And unfortunately, from our vantage point, I can't see the scores on 9 and 10. If anything really exciting happens, I'll try to keep you up to date. Ooh, Messenger didn't quite roll over there for Phil. And Victor Cortez finishes with a strike for 174. Brendan Sramick with a 211. That'll be a win over Dave Detlinger, who's still struggling. So this is the 88th Sandhills. So 44 years this tournament's been going on. They bowl it twice a year, once in the fall, once after the new year. Typically the early one is west of Omaha area, and then the one in spring is usually, or in the winter is usually either in Omaha or Lincoln. Not always, but usually that's the case. Dave Detlinger finishes up with 163. In general, you look across the board and the scores are moderate. There's a decent game thrown here and there, but this is definitely a tough lane condition. There's a significant out of bounds to the right, and if you get the ball to the right, it just isn't coming back. If you get the ball to the left, it hooks left. So
I don't know, man. It's pretty tight. 9 and 10 is more of a wall than that's where I started. Fucking wrote down. Yeah, good luck when you get that. No.
So it looks like we're going to get, Brandon's Ceramic. I'm not sure who his opponent is going to be. It may be Victor Cortez. Oh, no, it's going to be Jamie Bartles.
Yeah, I miss reading.
It's always exciting that first shot when you move lanes and you have no idea what the lane condition's like. Things change so fast on this kind of pattern that it's impossible to guess. You move from one end to the other and it's like starting completely over again.
I just thought I threw a really good shot and I about big four.
We'll try to get you information on the balls and things the guys are throwing as we get a chance to. I can't always tell from up here, but it looks like Jamie is throwing a Zen, one of the most popular pearls of all time. Just caught that out of bounds and ball.
They do every now and then. That was a perfect example from Justin Gartner about hitting the out of bounds. If you get it just a little right, and you end up with 3 off the right side. Brendan pulled that one just a touch, and right through the nose it goes. Pretty good adjustment there for Jamie on lane 4. Looks like he's throwing it at least as hard, if not harder, than anybody else out here right now. Ball change coming up with Brendan. That's a 4-bagger for Jamie. He's looking pretty solid here as long as he can keep carrying the corners with that high ball speed.
do nothing. On spares light.
You think he ate it?
Brandon got that one just a hair to the right. Going up a little bit. What's that? Yeah. That seems to be the key: is do not get it right, and try to stay out of trouble when you pull it left.
You can miss it, maybe break it. But then again, I did pull over down there and almost took 4 off.
Big break there for Brendan. That was a definite pull left and got the big break. Jamie might have gotten away with one there. It looked like he pulled it, but the ball speed made it hold pocket. And
It looks like Jamie got that one just a hair right again, but leaves just the 2-5. Better shot there for Jamie. He's going to finish with 219. Situation is such. Brendan has to throw the first 2 strikes in the 10th. Oh, he pulled that one, got away with it with a Brooklyn. Gotta have the next one. Meanwhile, over on 5 and 6, Victor Cortez finishes 183. Justin Gardner's up in the 10th. He's got a chance to strike out to tie. Oh, and Brandon gets it through the nose. Jamie's going to come out of here with the victory. Still a respectable 213 game for Brandon in his loss. Looking down the line, looks like Dave Detlinger finished at 203. He's going to easily win over Matt Dolman. And Justin Gardner finishes with 173. Big strike on 1 and 2 there for Mike Sigelman. That should put him in the driver's seat to win that match. By the time I say that, he leaves the tricky 2-8. He's going to need this to shut out Riley Johnson. And a solid cover.
Don't get married unless you want to have the hard time paying.
What are you saying about me?
You know we're
What?
making it.
Well, duh, you don't hide it very well.
Well, that certainly made it interesting. That 6 count puts us in a position where Riley could strike out to tie. Riley does only have 1 strike in this match, but he's clean through 9 frames, so he's been around the pocket. He just hasn't been able to carry. Oh, he creeps high, leaves a 4-pin, and that will be a win for Mike Sigelman. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to get Matt Dolman against Mike Sigelman on lane 3 and 4. Down on 1 and 2, looks like it's going to be Brandon Ceramic and Victor Cortez. Dave Detlinger has started down on 9 and 10. I think his opponent is going to be Justin Gardner. Riley Johnson's setting up on 5 and 6. And Dennis Phillips looks like he's going to be on 7 and 8. Phil Kaiser is going to be on lane 5 and 6. And Jamie Barkolt's on 7 and 8. Remember, if you're following any one of your favorite bowlers, we do have a camera on all 5 pairs today. Just commentary here on lane 3 and 4. Mike Sigelman smiles as he walks away. He knew he threw that one pretty bad. So. Victor Cortez starts with a strike on 2. He started the day on lane 1 and 2 and really struggled on this pair, but I think things are starting to break down a little bit, and they're probably a lot different than they were when he was here that game 1. Looks like he has switched to a Zen as well. See a number of Zens going down the lane right now. That is still one of the most popular balls in the world, even though it's been around for a long time. Matt gets a nice trip of the 4-pin. And we do have current standings for you now. After 3 games, Mike Sigelman is your leader at, well, let's see. Looks like plus 127. Brendan Sramick is second at plus 114. Phil Kaiser at plus 93. Jamie Barkolt's plus 35. Riley Johnson plus 19. Matt Doman plus 8. Dennis Phillips Jr. at minus 3. Victor Cortez minus 6. Dave Detlinger minus 44. And Justin Gardner at minus 104. So that's your standings through 3. Your high average so far is actually Brendan Sramick, but he lost 1 match compared to Mike Sigelman, so it's got him in second place. But with 10 games, we got a long way to go. And we got our tournament director, Tom Kelly Jr. What's your comments so far today?
Well, I would say that some of the guys are a little amped up, throwing it a little too hard. Some of the guys are making really good shots. Just saw where it came down to the 10th frame on most of the matches that everybody needed the first one in the 10th to win, and not very many of them did it. So it's still anybody's game, that's for sure. The guys that played them tighter, straighter and tighter, definitely scored better. And I would say that you've got one past champion in the field here, so we might be crowning a new champion today. Dentlinger's looking for his 5th, though. He's pretty good at getting back-to-backs, and he won the last one. But
Yeah.
he's down. He dug a hole, that's for sure.
He definitely dug himself a hole. But so, how many entries did we have this
We
year?
had 185, which is in the top 10 as far as all-time entries go. And we have a really nice prize fund, and I would like to thank the Lincoln Bowling Association, Hollywood and Parkway, of course, 48 Bowl, the Lincoln Bank Exchange, Storm and Rotogrip, 900 Global. They donated the balls for the raffle, and that generated quite a few dollars into the prize fund. And then of Bowler's Choice, the bowling store, and Kelly's Pro Shop, they always donate to the prize fund, which is awesome. And then Jessica Dunn for Nebraska Realty and Physical Therapy Works. And I believe that's all that we had this tournament. If anybody is interested in sponsoring, let me know. We will definitely get you added in. We just look for if it's a $100 donation, or if you want to donate something for the ball raffle or for the raffle, so we have something secondary to raffle, that would be awesome too.
All right. Any word yet on next fall's tournament?
I'm going to try to get it pinned down this afternoon, so hopefully by the end of the finals here, we'll know where we're going to be.
Well, that would be fantastic.
right.
Now, we've been here before. I know I've bowled it at least once here. Do you know how many times we've been here in Hollywood?
Just once
Okay.
at Parkway and once at Hollywood. And I would say one reason that the scoring pace is a little higher here is because, if you haven't noticed, the pin carry is pretty exceptional. And except for that shot, Stone 8 on 1. But a lot of the guys are like, oh, you should have used this pattern with the mag pins. But yeah,
Well, yeah,
we
but-
might have to.
You never know, but this place is beautiful. They've done such a nice job of
They have.
maintaining this over the years. I learned to bowl in this house back in the early '80s, and it really hasn't changed. It's just still beautiful. They've kept it up to date, and modern.
Modernized,
The pin
yes.
setters work, and the scoring works, and it's just a really beautiful place.
They replaced the lane beds, I want to say about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. And masking units, of course, they've got a couple different sets that they put up, but it's a pretty neat backdrop for sure.
So you've got another tournament coming up in Norfolk,
No,
Or-
in Omaha.
in Omaha.
Yep,
Okay.
the end of February, we do a 10 gamer. That one's handicap, and that one is on a little bit more of a house pattern. We don't use exact house pattern that West Lanes puts down, but we make them a little easier. And it's limited to the first 80 bowlers. It pays $2,100 to win. And last cash, I believe, is $200. And it's a $175 entry, but same way, we're getting some extra added money for that tournament. So the last cash spot will probably come up to maybe $225 or $250. But yeah, $2,100 to win, and I believe, let me grab a flyer.
Okay.
Yes. Second place is 1,600, third's 1,200, fourth is 9, and fifth is 7. And the format, basically, it's 10 games, and then we take the top 5 for step ladders. So you can qualify fifth and still have a chance of working your way up to win the tournament.
All right. You still have spots open for that?
It's about a third full right now, but yeah.
Okay. And that's kellys.com if you want to.
TKJR at kellysproshop.com. Yeah, is the PayPal.
Okay.
Have a new PayPal account for tournaments. So,
Anything else coming up that we should talk about?
I know a lot of people are going to be getting ready for state and nationals, but other than that, locally, trying to think what is going on. I don't believe we have anything much past this. I know Grand Island's doing a tournament out there for Galen Keys. This is the second year. He passed away a year ago, and don't know how many of you know Galen or remember him, but he bowled the Sandhills. He was a regular, and he had the pro shop at Super Bowl there for quite a few years, and just an very avid bowler. When he turned 50, he rented a motorhome and started traveling around bowling all the PBA Senior 50 stuff. And
That's what I wish I had time to do all of them,
Yeah.
but we try to do as many as we can. In a motorhome, it's a lot of fun, even though I don't do very well. I'm having a good time, so. And we still come out and bowl these, and
Yeah.
boy, I couldn't cover a spare yesterday, and I don't know why. Some days are diamonds, and some
Yeah,
aren't. So,
they are.
But
Go through those phases, don't we?
well, thank you again for all the incredible work you do with this tournament and carrying on the legacy. It's 44 years, or has it been 44, or has it been longer than that? Did we miss a year or two in there?
Now, Dwayne started this, and I want to say, let me go grab my folder.
Okay. In the meantime, we got some really good games rolling here. Mike Sigelman looking awful strong on lane 3 and 4. Victor Cortez looking very strong on lane 1 and 2. Victor's got potential 258 off the sheet. Okay, so we got the first tournament was 1978 in Burwell,
Yep, October of 78.
and
He started this tournament. The story that I get from Dwayne is that he started this tournament with the concept of trying to get the Omaha people to come out to the Sandhills and kind of showcase the talent that Omaha had and get his local bowlers bowling. That's why there's always a local bowler house prize fund. There's a lot of concepts to this tournament that just aren't in your regular prize fund. We do high game on the pair, which is $50 for the whole tournament. And then each squad is $75 for whoever has the high game during that squad. So I think I'm paying $1,750 out in special prizes alone. And the regular prize fund is $9,800 is what we're paying out. So
how many times did you win this tournament?
I only won twice.
Well, only won twice.
Yeah, I have a couple seconds in there, and one of them is to a good friend, Jerry Schilke, and I won back to back, and I have a couple runner-ups.
Well, it's impressive the amount of work you do for this, but also that you gave up bowling in it in order to be the tournament director, and that's got to hurt sometimes.
It does. It hurts my game. I know that. I definitely miss bowling in it, and the competition part, but the challenging part of testing yourself and mentally. It's a mental grind a lot of times that you're not going to walk out and throw an 8-bagger every time. Catch a double and stay clean. Bowling technology has gotten a lot better, and it seems to be a little harder sometimes to try to keep the scoring pace down because we have such strong equipment that we can overcome a lot, but
Still, the
Yeah.
changing and moving lanes and the way they break down, depending on who was there ahead, still makes
Yep.
it for an interesting one. But
Yep.
it's the little things. You know, Mike Sigelman was leading going into this. He's bowling great, and he's missed 2 makeable spares this
Yep.
game, and that's a tough way to stay on
is.
top. So
it is. And just over here on 1 and 2, Victor started the tournament with 170. He was on 1 and 2, and now he's back to 1 and 2, and he could strike out for 250 here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
oh, and he trips a 4
And the 10.
and the 10. Yeah.
That's what I said. Carry here is pretty phenomenal. It's exceptional. They do a great job of pin decks and the flat gutters. Chops is a different story.
Chops is it, but I love Chops, and you know, every time we go back there, I seem to make the finals. So if you did it there every year, it wouldn't break my heart.
Yeah,
but
that's a lot of people.
we'd still lose to oh, what's his name? The house guy that
Jay.
Jay.
Yep. Jay's quite the player too. He's won this a few times. I believe he's a back-to-back champion also. But yeah, there's a lot of history here. Dwayne's got like how many entries each tournament had. and
Okay, yeah.
I'm working on a 90th program. We did a 75th. That's what this one is that we're looking at now. And it's got all the different tournaments to it. I'm
Oh,
working
this
on
has
a
got
90th.
all of the.
Yep.
Oh heck, I'm in this somewhere.
Yep,
Huh?
yep.
Well, maybe I'm not actually.
I believe you are.
I might be. I've had a much better run the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
3 of my last 6 tournaments that I bowled in, I made the finals.
Yeah,
And,
awesome.
but not this one.
Yeah.
Well, Victor is going to shoot 250. He's got 248 plus a bonus ball here, so that's going to be a big swing because he was sitting down there in 9th
Yep.
or 10th actually.
10th, and he's bowling the fella that's in second. So
Yeah.
Brandon's going to drop down a little bit.
Long way to go, but anyway, thanks
Yep.
again, Tom.
Yep,
We
yep.
appreciate
I'm
everything
gonna-
you do for us, and
Yep. You bet. I'll be back by.
all right.
Thanks, David.
Got a quick minute here with our proprietor, Bobby Blessington, or co-owner of the 48 Bowl. Bobby, what a beautiful facility. Love the fact that you guys are doing such a great job here. Everybody's having a great time. The place is beautiful. Tell us a little bit about what got you here.
Well, 48 Bowl and Hollywood Bowl and Parkway Lanes in Lincoln have quite the history. You know, both places were built in the 50s, so we've been around for, many centuries as of now, almost. But the Sandhills, of course, has been around Nebraska and the surrounding states for many years. And what a prestigious tournament to be able to have here with a lot of great bowlers that are serious yet competitive and fun at the same time. And to watch them all come to bowl, be competitive over several weekends, try to score on a very hard pattern is very awesome.
Yeah, that. I just can't tell you how much we appreciate everything you guys do for us, and lining up the sponsorship and providing a facility. Because I know that you guys are doing a tremendous business here, and to take time out of your regular schedule to fit a tournament like this in is a real undertaking. So we thank you so much for all of that. But what's coming up? You got any events or?
It's actually very awesome right now. We are very, very busy, which is a very good thing. And we actually have at our other center right now, at Parkway Lanes, we have a middle school tournament. There's a full house right now going on. So
Oh, wow.
we're hosting a lot of tournaments. Last year we hosted men's state doubles and singles at both of our places. And we have several special events tournaments coming up here as well. And every weekend is packed, going forward. So it's very awesome. And we love hosting these events, especially for locals and those around.
All right. Well, hey, thank you very much for stopping by. Thanks again for everything you do for the bowlers in Nebraska, Iowa, and the rest of it.
Absolutely. So thanks, Dave. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't get the bullet.
Well, let's see. We had 257 from Victor Cortez there. Still have Phil Kaiser got a shot at 235 here if he can carry this next one. He's not going to, but that's still going to be a solid 220, possible 223 for Phil. So. And that's 223 and a win for Phil. He was sitting in third, and Brandon, who is in second place, shot 190 with a loss. So that will flip that. And I didn't see what Mike Segel. Well, yeah, Mike bowled pretty solid. So 188 actually in a loss. So. Had some interviews going there, kind of lost track of the action. But all right, heading into game 5. Looks like we have Dennis Phillips Jr., our lefty, on lane 3 and 4 versus Dave Detlinger. Over on lane 1 and 2, we're going to have Justin Gardner against Phil Kaiser. Way over on 9 and 10, looks like it's going to be Brandon Stramick against Mike Sigelman. And we'll figure out the rest here. Looks like 7 and 8 is going to be Victor Cortez versus Riley Johnson. And that leaves Jamie Bartholz and Matt Doman on lane 5 and 6. Looks like Dave's found the line. He's moved in quite a bit from where we saw him earlier, and that looked almost fifth arrow. And here we have the latest standings as of game 4. Phil Kaiser is now your leader at plus 146. Mike Sigelman's dropped to second at plus 115. Brandon Stramick third at plus 104. Victor Cortez made a huge move up to fourth place. He's plus 81 now. Jamie Bark holds plus 67. Matt Doman plus 54. Riley Johnson plus 18. Dennis Phillips Jr. is minus 41. Dave Detlinger at minus 52. And Justin Gardner at minus 71. And Phil Kaiser, your leader, is the only undefeated player. He is 4-0, with Sigelman 3-0, Ceramic 2-0, and Victor Cortez is 3-1.
Time I don't see you for quite a while. I always hope that you're okay.
Oh, yeah.
I both do, yeah. I've never been there. I guess I still have it. I go to PDA.
You don't need somebody else to book you.
Pink one?
Did it recycle at all? Maybe you could push the reset button. Hit it hard enough, right? Now this has something with waiting for the ball. What happened was the ray came down and it didn't even go to the machine, so they sent it on the career up there. I've seen that happen.
Should have just put it back into brackets today. That was almost a lot worse than the last time.
Well, we walked away to do some maintenance and we missed that. But for those of you that didn't see what happened, Phil Kaiser just shot 300 in Sandhills on lane 1 and 2. Phil was Phil your leader?
Yes.
Phil was your leader, and now he's really your leader.
Yep. He had, there's only been 2 other 300s during the Sandhills, and the last one was Tony Manna at West Lanes, and then going all the way back to Wahoo at Dodger Bowl, and I believe Jeff Hoffman was the gentleman that shot 300 there.
The lefty, Jeff? Or no, Jeff that was the mechanic here in Hollywood back in the day.
Yep.
I'll be darned. So that's only the 3rd ever.
3rd ever in the history of the Sandhills. Yep.
That's incredible.
Yep. That's a lot of games, Bull.
Yeah, that goes to show you this is not an easy condition. You can tell that watching a lot of these guys struggle like crazy. So
Yep.
that does say a lot for the carry here at Hollywood.
Yep. I missed McGear. McGear had 300 at Wisner Lanes also back in the day.
Okay.
Yep, that's number 4.
And speaking of McGear, is he ever bowling?
No, he hasn't. He's quit bowling years ago. I haven't seen him. See a couple of his guys that used to live in Lincoln that live up in Norfolk now. They hardly see him at all. Yeah, guy. I don't know why he quit bowling, but
Well, he had as much success for about a 5-year period as anybody.
yeah. Yep. Tour and a lot of the amateur events, the Super Hoinky, stuff like that. He pretty much was guaranteed to get a check in.
I remember watching him here in the 80s win a U.S. Open qualifier. And it was the first time I'd ever seen two-handed bowling because Doug Laird was falling way behind and pulled out a red hammer and threw it two-handed and made an incredible run. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing at the time.
Yep. Dougie, he was way ahead of everybody else. His lower back is why he couldn't do it a lot because he would hurt the next day. But yeah, I bowled in Kansas City, bowling a tournament in Kansas City with him. Same way, just wasn't striking a lot. About halfway through, he switched to two-handed. I think his low game was 240, and ran away with it. And we got a few good scores.
Yeah, with Jamie Barkles with 256.
It's like if you can get that little sweet spot right between about 22 to 15, 16 at the arrows and down the lane. The ball's pretty close to the hole every time.
Yeah, for me, the challenge is you got to throw it hard enough to get it to the break point, but then you can't get it wide at all. And you put those two together, and it's a narrow box down there.
Trying to keep your swings loose. Yep.
All right. Well, it looks like we're
excited to come to 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think. Well, we got Mike Sigelman against Jamie Bargolds, and
we'll see what the standings look like.
Dennis Phillips Jr. is going to wrap up this match and win against Detlinger. A solid 220 game there from our lone lefty, Mr. Dennis Phillips.
Bobby, are you gonna flip the arrows? On one or two. Like all of them need.
Okay, it looks like we're going to get Riley Johnson on lane 3 and 4. Possibly against Justin Gardner. Got Jamie Barkholtz and Mike Sigelman on 1 and 2. Looking like Phil Kaiser on 5 and 6. Dennis Phillips Jr. and Brandon Sramick on 7 and 8. And looks like Victor Cortez and Matt Doman on 9 and 10. Okay, your latest standings. Obviously, Phil Kaiser is your leader. He's plus 276. Got 130 of that in one game. Mike Sigelman is second. He's plus 192. Jamie Bargles plus 153. Victor Cortez plus 130. By the way, Phil Kaiser remains undefeated through 5. Brandon Sramick plus 118. Matt Dolman plus 62. Dennis Phillips Jr., the lefty, is plus 9. Riley Johnson minus 19. Dave Detlinger is minus 53. And Justin Gardner at minus 104. So everybody has at least one win, and Phil Kaiser remains undefeated.